Welcome back, physics students. Today you are going to be working on an energy interactive through the Colorado PhET website. So if you click on the link below this video, you will come to a screen very similar to the right side of my screen here. You're going to be clicking the big play button and it will open up the simulation. You'll notice there are three options here: intro, friction, and playground. We are going to stick with the intro option, so you're going to click on that, and it should open up into a screen that looks like this. Now, if you will notice on page 15 of your energy packet, there's some information at the top about your simulation. So you are going to be selecting bar graph, grid, and speed, as noted on your simulation worksheet. Then you notice there's a slider where we can change the size of our skater. So you can play around with how changing his size changes the energy. All right. And then there are three different types of tracks here on the right side of the simulation. And so you can play around with those. Okay. You're going to play around with the simulation, work through the answers, use your prior knowledge, use what you're seeing in the simulation to go ahead and answer the questions on here. Then when you get to question 12, this is where it's a little bit trickier. And so I've got a couple of tricks for you guys. So first off, you're going to look at the picture and decide which track you should be on. So for the first picture, I'm going to want to be on track 1. Then I'm going to go ahead and take the skater, and I'm going to start him from the top of the track. So I could place my skater anywhere, but for these, I want to make sure that he is at the top of the track. I can pause him using the pause button in the center bottom of the simulation. And then next to that, notice that there is a button where I can advance him slowly, and there's also a slow motion button. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. I started my skater at the top of the ramp, so as long as I don't take him off, I can continue using his motion. And I want to stop the simulation so that he is over on the upper right part of the ramp. So I'm going to go ahead and press play. And since I'm in slow motion, you'll notice that it's going to be a lot easier for me to stop him at the appropriate time. So I'm going to stop him right about there. And then notice that I want him a little bit lower, so I'm going to advance it slowly using that advance button next to the pause and play button. All right, so now what I need to do is I need to go ahead and copy down the bar graph on the left side of the simulation. And then I need to estimate his height. And I'm going to do that using that grid that I have on my screen, right? 0 meters, 2 meters, 4 meters, and there's marks in between. So I can go ahead and estimate how high up above the ground I think the skater is. And then I'm going to look at my speedometer. And each notch stands for 1 meter per second. So if I would count from where I'm at, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 6 meters per second. And I would write that down here for my estimated speed. Okay, so each notch, each small notch counts for 1 meter per second. If you're going to jump from large notch to large notch, that's going to be 2 meters per second. All right, good luck with your simulation.